Taking care of your skin is so easy, and creating change can happen so quickly if you can just allow the process and have faith in the process. I think that teaching you all how to take care of your skin is a gift that I was given, and I've been doing this for decades. And because of that, I really understand skin and the changes that can happen, and that's why I get so excited. I think the problem is we're such a quick fix society. We want to go in and inject really quickly. We think that's going to make our skin better, where now we're finding out that a lot of injectables just stay in your face or stay wherever you put it, and they move around. And in some cases, the skin or the muscle can kind of grow around it. Like there are some negative adverse side effects. So what I try to do is teach you natural alternatives. At 60 years old, I have had people accuse me of doing Botox, of cutting into my face, and then I always have the lovely person who tells me I look 80. And to be very honest, I think what it is people get nervous when they see you embracing age and feeling confident and not needing to be something you're not. Watching a man or a woman who lives their life freely and just loves the stage they're in is something beautiful to watch. And that's what I want to create for all of you. So today I'm going to talk to you about a few of the things that I love doing for my skin. And every once in a while, these are reminders, or they're things that I'm seeing all over social media or reading articles about. And I think, let me show people a natural alternative to that. If you're new to my channel, I ask that you like and subscribe, and you help me with this message that is loving who you are, regardless of what age you're at, and understanding that we don't have to change this beautiful face that has been given to us by trying to elevate ourselves or trying to feel better about ourselves by doing things that are ridiculous and changing our unique beauty. So one thing that I think is so important is understanding gut health. Your gut tells your body how it's feeling. If you look at your face and you see redness or fungus, or you've been diagnosed with one of the most overly diagnosed skin diseases, rosacea, eczema, or psoriasis, that is really just active fungus, or you're breaking out, it's your body telling you something isn't right inside. And gut health is so, so important. So one thing that my husband and I do every night is we drink apple cider vinegar. Now, I put this in a shot glass. I pour it in about halfway. I add a little bit of water. I drink it down, and then I drink a bunch of water afterwards. I like to do it at night. Some people like to do it during the day. My theory is for at night, it's anything that I've put in my body that maybe my body didn't like. I try to be very mindful about how I eat, but I have a cookie, or I may have a glass of champagne. And I also have an issue with milk products. And so if there's any butter in something, just the slightest bit, it can really make me feel uncomfortable. When you drink apple cider vinegar, you help with that gut health. It takes a little bit of time to get used to the flavor. Again, make sure you dilute it. There are apple cider vinegar gummies. I've seen apple cider vinegar capsules at Costco. But it's something that if you can start doing this daily, you will be amazed at what you see with your skin, your hair, your nails, the way you feel. And I'm also someone who suffers with arthritis. And as I'm getting older, there's new areas of arthritis. But apple cider vinegar has really helped with that as well. And that's something you can talk with your doctor about, of course. But for me, holistically, it's definitely been a benefit. Masking. I'm constantly talking about masking. And I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care what age you are. I have been told by people that my skin doesn't have a lot of wrinkles and it's kept its elasticity because of my melanocytes or my dark skin cells. And the fact is, and I said this in another video, there are studies that have been done that show twins where one took care of themselves, and I'm going to talk about this constantly, and the other didn't. And the differences are miraculous. So yes, genetics play a part to a point. And the color or the tone of your skin may play a part to a point, but it's like anything else with your body. At 60 years old, I'm working out more with weights, and I'm seeing such changes in my body that really amaze me in a good way. And that's how it is with your skin. So masking at night is so important with any routine that I give you. When you are sleeping at night, your body is changing over. It's changing over skin cells. It's changing over the cells in your body. If you're sick, you're healing. It's shedding old skin cells. Everything is working overtime to heal you, to make you healthier. That is why when we're sleeping, we are at rest. It's almost like our batteries have been turned off for a while and everything is recharging. So wearing milk of magnesia to bed, or I have videos just on masking, wearing Peach's Revitalizing Rescue Mask, or wearing black castor oil on your face, neck and chest, I do everything, is something I encourage. If you are doing, for instance, the full Peaches skincare routine and you're not masking at night, you're really doing such a disservice for your skin. You want to help to pull everything out of your pores that are really hair follicles. You want to help to purge the skin of any impurities or any toxins. And that's what masking at night will do. So don't forget to mask. Now, another thing that I think is really important is taking care of our lips and our eyes. Now, I show you different facial yoga moves. I'm going to show you one in this video as well. But when we have baggy eyes, when we have tired eyes, when our lips look really maybe a little shriveled, the whole injecting your lip thing is just not something that I'm about, because I have seen some very frightening situations. So an alternative to that is every night at bedtime, putting black castor oil, this is Peach's black castor oil, around your eyes every single night. It helps my eyelashes to grow. It keeps my eyebrows healthy. I haven't colored my hair in over 7 years. And instead of my eyebrows being completely gray, they're actually still very dark. And I really attribute that to castor oil. It's also a fatty lipid and a powerful antioxidant. So when you wear that to bed, you are helping your skin cells. You are helping to heal your skin. So it's really about getting your skin healthy, getting it to clean out if you're breaking out, having funguses or bacterias. And then once your skin is really healthy, you can actually apply castor oil all over your face, not just around your eyes. The other thing is putting castor oil around your lips. Now, I do this every day, and I do it at night when I go to bed. When I'm putting the castor oil around my eyes, I also am putting it on my lips. And I want you to see how powerful this lipid is. You'll start to see them almost look a little fuller simply because you're hydrating them. Also, when you rub it on like this, you're getting rid of any dead skin cells that are around your lips. If you have the lines that women have they're so frustrated. I literally hear from someone every day. Lisa, I've never smoked. I've always taken care of myself, and I have these vertical lines. Well, it can be from pursing your lips. It can be from chewing gum. I'm not someone who doesn't use a straw. If I'm somewhere, I definitely, still use a straw. I suppose if you did it constantly, you would create a muscle memory that would create those vertical lines. But it's also about just the way you hold your face. So it's so important to remind your skin or remind your brain that you want to keep this smooth, that you want to hydrate this area. And one thing you can do is to just go like so. Really hold it out. Just massage your lips, and you will start to see them look so much fuller, or should I say your lip line won't disappear. It won't be what we see in mature women or mature men where our lip line just isn't as defined. You will really start to see it become more defined. Body care. Your body, your skin on your body, everything I teach you to do to your face, you can certainly do to your body as well. However, hydrating your body after showering, you have about 40 seconds. This is Peach's body butter. You can also use olive oil. You could use a body oil. I tend to do both. But applying this to your skin within about 40 seconds of getting out of the shower is going to lock all of the moisture, all of the water into your skin cells or into your pores that are really hair follicles. And it's just going to keep it so much softer. It's going to keep your skin from creating that callus layer. And so as you mature, it doesn't have to be dry. It doesn't have to look like very crepey skin. And it's also going to help prevent any spotting because that's really just decades of cumulative damage. The other thing that I think is really important is understanding masking during the day. So many times if it's the middle of the day and I have some time, it might be the morning, it might be the evening, perhaps I got to take a bath, whatever it is, on exfoliated and cleansed skin. So if you're a peach, you've done flawless exfoliator. And when I mention that, if you're new, it's just people that follow me. It's people that use the routine at peachesskincare.com. You can also reach out to me personally and ask me anything here with love and kindness or email me and I will absolutely answer you. Lisa@peachesskincare.com. But you exfoliate, you cleanse with Restore and then Classic Cleanser. You do your perfecting polish to refine your skin. And then what I'll do is I'll put my hair up in a towel and I will either come downstairs and do buttermilk alone. I may do the aspirin and manuka honey mask that I tell you about in some of my videos. You crush 6 aspirin, just bare aspirin. I get them at Costco in a big yellowish kind of container. And then I add a little bit of honey, manuka honey. I also use Hawaiian honey from the islands. And you apply that to your skin. But another one I love is just doing buttermilk with a little turmeric. So this is what it looks like. Hopefully you can see this. It kind of has an orange hue to it. And you would just put this on, be mindful, turmeric can be very staining, and I leave it on for about 10 to 20 minutes. And then when I rinse it off, I do it in a circular motion, and then I go on to the rest of my steps in my routine. But masking during the day or giving yourself a little nourishment or a little me time, a little facial at home, a little spa at home is so important. You're not being selfish, you're taking care of yourself because when we take care of ourselves, we are so much better for everyone else. And I have done these routines since I was a young woman. The other thing is understanding that your skin needs oil. So I'm going to show you another facial yoga move. And you always want to do, in my opinion, facial yoga or gua sha at night. And I showed you gua sha in another video. Now, I like to do things at night. You heard me say that I like to mask at night, or I may like to take my apple cider vinegar at night. And it's because, as I said earlier, at night is when everything is healing. It's when your body's working overtime while you're at rest. And so putting an oil on later in the day, so you've done your PM routine, you take a little oil, I use Peach's facial oil, putting it on your skin is going to help your skin to heal and to create change during the night. Our skin is an oil-loving organ. When we don't apply oil, it tries to make oil. That's why all the blotting papers became so popular, or why you feel like you're oily, especially if you have acne, because you're putting on all these medications that are dehydrating you and drying you so much that your skin says, oh my gosh, I've got to save the skin. I've got to make more oil. But if you apply oil daily, that's where you're going to see the significant change. So before I do any gua sha, so I'm not going to show you gua sha today, but this is what a gua sha looks like. I do this every night. I also just start to get the blood flowing in my face. Always work upward. You're teaching your brain muscle memory. You're saying, I want to lift my face. Get right under those bones. You've got a beautiful cheekbone. Push it up. Don't be afraid to do that. Get that blood flowing. Blood flow creates oxygenation of skin cells and therefore collagen. And then I will do my facial yoga moves. Now you can do gua sha first if you would like, if you're one of my clients, or you can just go right into a facial move. So here's a couple new ones. Now I want you to look at my neck. I'm never going to cut into it to make anyone comfortable. So every once in a while I get someone who says something and, be kind. But the thing is take your tongue and put it to the side of your mouth, on the lower side. How? I want you to see how it moves this muscle. And I'm amazed how much it's already strengthened that muscle in my neck. So, huh? And then you can go to the other side. Now, I've gotten to the point where I hold my yoga moves for about 50 seconds to 100. And the more that you do it, the better it is for your muscles. So this is one side and then the other. Another thing is to push out with your lips. And you can do that for 20 seconds or to 100. Now, if some of you can hold it longer, that's great. But remember, you've got 42 muscles in your face, 43 with your neck, not including the muscles that help you to swallow or do things like that. But the muscles that really help your skin or your face to stay firmer and to keep your jawline really firm. Doing facial yoga is huge. And to my ladies who do Botox, I want to really encourage you to try facial yoga instead. In my over 40 years, when someone comes to me after doing Botox for so many decades or years, one, they realize it stops working and then their muscles just fall. Or regardless, their muscles fall, and they always have a lot of jowl right in here. So you're not really preventing wrinkles, you're just stopping your muscles from working. So let's start getting those muscles working. I hope everything I've shared with you today has been encouraging and helpful. I'm so grateful to all of you for being here. And I think changing the dialogue on aging or what beauty is so important to our unique beauty that God has given us. It's not something you need to change for ridiculous beauty standards. When you're watching something on social media, be mindful. There are lots of filters out there. There are lots of women wearing tons of makeup. I don't do any of that. This is me. No foundation, no concealer, no filters, just a 60-year-old woman who wants to share with you the value of how beautiful you are.